Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. It's Tuesday Hoops, and it's next. It'll be Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks facing off against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And now time to hand things over to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll be back at halftime.
We're at the sold-out and noisy Oracle Arena. We'll see the Dallas Mavericks facing the Golden State Warriors. And we hope you're having a great Tuesday. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Joining me this evening, as always, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. And here are the Mavericks starting five, courtesy of State Farm. Marion and Dirk make up the forwards. Jason Kidd is out there with Carter, and it's Odom in at the five, roaming the paint. And for Golden State, Monte and Curry in the backcourt. Jarrell Wright is out there with David Lee. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. And Dallas has possession.
And the Warriors have had very little success over the last 15 years or so, but they've got new ownership in place, so there's hope. They've got some good young talent. They've manufactured their cap situation, and they're trying to bring in as many good players as possible. I think this has a chance to be an excellent franchise.
Marion with the steal.
I think he baited him on that pass. Very savvy defense.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, just a moment ago, Mark Jackson and I were able to chat. At this point, we know what works for us and what doesn't in terms of our scoring options. Now it comes down to our ability to execute and not let the defense dictate what we're trying to do. Guys?
Okay, Doris, thanks. So, Clark and Steve, they'll be focusing first and foremost on their offense today.
And I guess what they're thinking, guys, is if they can get going at that end of the floor, it'll carry over to the defensive end.
Well, that's generally the way it works. I mean, offense feeds your defense and vice versa. But if you can bring energy and score points early, that's going to be a huge help for this club today.
And Dallas has possession after the made shot from David Lee. Strong thoughts there, Steve. Ironically, for the Warriors, some of the best moves the Warriors have made recently didn't involve a trade at all. Like Monte Ellis, for instance, Clark, he was supposedly going to Memphis.
Kevin, you're exactly right. I mean, sometimes the best move is no move. You need to keep adding talent, but you got to manage your money wisely. You've got to be smart and creative. If you're going to trade away a key player, you better make sure you get significant value in return.
Ellis kicks to Curry. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 3 assists now in this one.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%, can't do better than that.
Nowitzki, the pass to Carter. Pulls up on the wing, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Carter's got 5.
You know, to have somebody as dependable as he is on the offensive end, that's extremely invaluable to this team. Well, I mean, what can you say about Dirk last year in the playoffs? I mean, come on, he was absolutely unbelievable.
Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. 3-pointer, and there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by Curry.
I'll tell you what, he'll be quite contented to sit out there beyond the arc and knock down shot after shot if they're going to play defense like that. Tighten it up out there.
And a 3 the other way.
Back and forth we go, neither side giving an inch.
Well, Clark, getting back to what you were saying about Dirk, that first game in the Thunder series was something for the ages. 48 points, 24 from the free throw line. Steve, just some incredible numbers.
Well, probably the most efficient game that I've ever seen anybody play. And you look at Dirk's performance throughout the playoffs, Kevin. He just came up huge time and again. And he earned that Finals MVP, and it was great to see.
Let's see that again on the Sprite Slam Cam.
How's that for finish? With flavor.
Absolutely fantastic.
I think he was saving that one for a special occasion.
Wasted no time on that one. 8 points for Vince Carter.
Well, I like that. They ran to the three-point line and got an uncontested look there in transition.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, Dallas may not be the toughest team defensively, but they're very smart. They do a nice job of avoiding fouls and keeping teams off the free throw line.
And the Warriors with some changes. Now Thornton's checked in for Thompson, and it's Rush in for Monte Ellis. Dallas also making some changes. Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Odo. Peja Stojakovic comes in for Sean Marion. And Delonte West is subbed in for Jason Kidd. And Steve, you brought up the fouls. Part of it, Clark, is that they aren't overly aggressive on D, but another part is they're maybe too careful, too.
Yeah, you got to have the right mixture of aggressiveness and caution. You want to strike a balance there. Dallas isn't going to shut any team down with their D, but they're not giving games away either with silly fouls, and that's how you got to approach it from their standpoint.
Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
West against Thornton. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer right. And another 3 for Golden State.
What a marvelous job they've done of sharing the basketball. A ton of assists.
Well, they know where each other is all the time. They're moving the ball, just finding the open guy. Nobody seems to care who scores.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Curry with it. He's got 5. Now Rush takes the 3, and there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Rush. 8 points for Steph Curry.
Another open look, hits bottom from outside.
Yeah, and that's 3 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc. And he gets a 3 of his own. Good answer there.
Yeah, and he's not scared to trade shots like that.
Passes it to Rush. Lets it go with the 3. And that one's good. Rush has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Up in time. And he knocks it down.
What a way to... close the quarter. Huge 3 right there.
Yeah, and that's a deflator for the other team.
It's a tie game here in Oakland. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. Here's Ellis. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Rush out there with Ellis. And it's Pietrich. Then it's Thompson. And it's Thornton in at the 4-man position. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Dirk Nowitzki, a humble superstar, he never gets full of himself. If anything, it's the opposite. Head coach Rick Carlisle, no one's going to be a harsher critic of his game than him. One of the things we've all got to do is make sure he's not too hard on himself. He's going to take a lot of that stuff personally because as the face of the franchise, he wants a responsibility for winning and losing. That's what makes him special. Even after winning the ultimate prize, you know Nowitzki won't let up with his great work ethic.
That's why he's a champion, Doris. Thanks. It's a look, and it's blocked. Here's Dallas. Terry dishes to Haywood. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, it remains a bit of a grudge match for the Dallas Mavericks anytime they face the Golden State Warriors. I mean, even 5 years later, they still haven't forgotten the Warriors' shocking first-round upset in the playoffs back in 2007.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Darrell Wright's checked in for Thornton. Williams comes in for Thompson. And it's AC Law in for Brandon Rush. Right side. Williams, some nice passing. Goes up, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And it's all knotted up. Clark, I'm glad you brought that up. Warriors back in 2007 had plenty of confidence. They had swept Dallas 3-0 in the regular season. Steve, I think they knew they were in for a real battle in that first round, and they certainly got it.
Yeah, they sure did. That was one of the great series that I've ever seen. Just huge upset, but the energy in that building was off the charts. The Warriors played a phenomenal series to pull off that upset.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Ball's knocked loose. Leaps for it. Stojakovic kicks to Terry. Another 3 for Dallas.
Another Coach of the Year winner here, and Rick Carlisle, he took the award back in 2002 when he was with the Pistons. He's proved since then that he knows exactly what to do in leading the team no matter where he is.
Timeout called the Warriors. Back, Clark, to what you were saying about Carlisle, he has shown flexibility in his style, too. You know, Steve, he's changed up a little bit from what he was earlier in his career.
Yeah, he's adapted to his talent base, basically. His Detroit teams were really defensive-minded, but he's been able to thrive playing a more up-tempo style in Dallas with the Mavs.
And some changes here for the Warriors. David Lee's checked in for Beatrice. Thompson comes in for Darrell Wright. And Steph Curry subbed in for AC Long. Then for the Mavericks, Nowitzki comes in for Lamar Odom. And it's Marion in for Delonte West. The Mavericks making a switch here. Kids checked in. Here's Lee, working on Hayward. It's Curry outside, and the basket good. Curry's got 11 points.
A lot of the points they've given up have come on open threes like that one. And that has to be disconcerting and frustrating to their coach.
Well, they should know better. I mean, they read the scouting report. You can't leave these guys wide open on the perimeter.
Here's Ellis, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Monte Ellis last year led the NBA with 4 different 40-point-plus games. I mean, just a creative, explosive scorer, and he's got that mid-range pull-up that he can use at any Anytime. Well, they've got to do something defensively because he's been unstoppable.
And defensively, Steve, your only choice now is to double him. I mean, I don't think there's another option.
It's a very good look and converts. 16 points for him. And we had talked about Monte Ellis. We talk about him a lot. His offensive arsenal. He's also added a three-point shot now, which has been so effective.
Yeah, he shot a solid 36% from long range last season, Kevin, and shot almost 5 threes a game. Defenders have to play him for the drive, so he's got space to shoot that three most times.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Rick Carlisle is one of the most respected coaches in the NBA, and he set up a title team from a year ago. It was one of the most special he's ever been around. He looked at what their strengths were, not what their weaknesses were. Carlisle said, it's not about what you can't do, it's about what you can do. It's not about what your potential shortcomings are, it's what we could accomplish as a group together. And it was just phenomenal to be around them. Guys, a championship will put a smile on everyone's face.
All right, Doris.
Well, I think that's what made the Dallas team so interesting last year. I mean, they were such a good collection of talent, and they all really complemented each other well. They spaced the floor, they played off of Dirk, and they had multiple players who could hurt you in a small backcourt, but they could really, really shoot it.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Jarrell Wright's checked in for Williams.
Slamming it home off the alley-oop. Remarkable.
Well, his eyes got wide as he went up for that one.
And he timed his leap perfectly to meet the pass at the top of its arc.
Kidd against Curry. Lee passes to Thornton. Right from outside. And good on the basket. Hook it. White's got his third basket of the night right there. Kidd dishes to Nowitzki. Curry with the steal. And Lee with the stuff.
And again, the lead changes hands.
Yep, back and forth we go, Steve. I mean, back and forth, back and forth. Neither side. Caving in.
The Mavericks trailing. Now here's Kidd. And Curry picks him up defensively. Launches a three. Chasing Kidd, and that's good. Kidd's got his second bucket of the night. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's such a tough catch when the ball is coming from that far away.
Mavericks lead by 5.
It's Tuesday in the NBA. We're here with the HP Halftime Report to tell you all about it. For the Dallas Mavericks, they have the lead against Golden State. You can talk about lights-out shooting, but this is out of this world. They simply can't miss out there. Everything going right for Dirk Nowitzki. How's that for a shooting percentage? 100. Yes, 100% from the court. Not too bad. And no quitting the Warriors, they came to win. A huge advantage in points in the paint, they're having their way inside. Monte Ellis having a big-time game. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. And a look here at some of the top 2 performers in the first half. Oh, they're worthy of the spotlight. That's it for us now. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoy the second half.
And we welcome you back to the Bay Area, to Oakland, California, and the beautiful Oracle Arena. Here's Curry.
Boy, how good were the Mavericks last year against the Western Conference? They won 35 times against Western opponents.
On the court for the Mavericks, Marion and Dirk make up the forwards. Carter is out there with Jason Kidd, and it's Odom in at the center filling out the middle. Outside Carter, another 3 for Dallas. Going back now to the Mavs, they didn't win the division, Clark, but they nabbed the 3 seed in the playoffs. And that played a nice part of it.
Yeah, you know, they edged out the Thunder by 2 wins, and the difference there was the record of those 2 teams against the Western Conference. So I know it's a long season, and sometimes it's hard to value every game. And when you're a playoff team, a contending championship team, every game does mean something during that regular season.
Absolutely. And Nowitzki backs in. And another basket for Dallas.
That's a lot of height for the defense to have to deal with.
You know what, guys? I mean, especially against a guy with his touch.
Curry against Kidd. Taken away by Kidd.
You know, Mark Jackson signed on with the Warriors this last summer. He could be a fit for them with his background as a pass-first point guard. He certainly talks like a coach when you hear him analyze games.
Into Lamar Odom, and stolen by Wright. Here's Curry, and an emphatic dunk.
Defense wasn't able to get back fast enough to contest.
Well, they were caught flat-footed after committing the turnover that time, guys.
Mavericks leading by 4.
Well, getting back to Mark Jackson for a minute, you know, his ability to mentor those young guards in Golden State will, I think, help the Warriors in a big way as they try to change the direction of that franchise and get back into the playoffs.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. Timeout called the Warriors.
It's well known throughout the league, guys, that the Oracle Arena fans are amongst the most loyal in the league. This team has been in the top half of the league in attendance for the last 7 seasons now.
Here's Ellis. 20 points for him. And it's Carter picking him up. It's Curry outside. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 4 assists in the game. And the new owners haven't dismissed the possibility of moving the Warriors to San Francisco in 2017 when their lease expires at Oracle. That will be an interesting time.
Well, and this is a team that has enjoyed such great fan support over the years without a lot of success on the court. And yet these fans in the Bay Area continue to come and support this Warriors team night in and night out.
And it's Carter picking him up. The tray. Another 3 for Golden State.
That's now 6 straight points off open threes. Get a hand up, fellas. Pay attention to the scouting report.
Well, you know how quickly things can go south when you start giving up wide open looks to this team.
That's a 2 from Kidd, and Dallas again with the bucket.
He knows how to get to the basket, guys, especially when the defense is soft like it was there. It's amazing. Jason Kidd has now played 18 years in the NBA, and he's changed his game some. He's become more of a spot-up shooter. He's not quite as strong and fast as he once was, but still a great leader and a great point guard for his team.
And Nowitzki backs in. A replay here. The Sprite Slam Cam showing us how it's done.
Boy, that dunk got everybody up. Off their seat.
Oh, they're loving it, aren't they, Steve?
Well, how could they not? I mean, he put the cherry on top of the sundae on them.
Going back to what you said about Kidd, he really became a deadly guard when he improved his jump shot that you mentioned. His three-point shot, I think those numbers would surprise people.
Kevin, think back to Magic Johnson in his career. Michael Jordan in his career. The great ones always are adding something to continue to be effective at a high level, even when they slow down, even when they don't jump as high, even as they age. Case in point, Jason Kidd. That's a shot that he makes at over 40% now. So he's a weapon from that arc.
That's a great point. And the jam by Stephen Curry. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone? Ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So which team can make a little run here? We'll see. Wow, he is just burying shot after shot from long range.
And he'll keep calling and begging for the ball, I'm sure.
Ellis kicks to Curry. Beyond the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Curry's got 12 points now in the quarter.
I think he set in the tone for the entire team in this quarter. Tremendous stuff. Good action.
Deflected and taken away by Ellis. All alone. Blocked. But they retain possession. Curry passes to Lee. The kick out to Wright. The three is launched. Another three for Golden State.
Now, not the best defensive scheme, and it results in a wide open look.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. There's the triple. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Kidd. Kidd's got 5 assists in the game.
Looks like they're going to hold on to the ball and go for the last shot of the quarter.
Well, clearly this is the time to do it.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. 16 seconds left to play in the third. It's stolen by West.
He only had one giveaway in the first half, but he's been much sloppier since the break, and the turnover totals have soared.
Jumps up, and Brandon Rush slams it in.
That's like you draw it up right there. That was beautiful.
No doubt about it, Steve. I mean, always love to finish at the rack. You know, the defense in transition typically is trained to protect the rim and the paint first, and those are the type of open looks you can get from beyond the arc under those circumstances.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, so far in this one, he's played a different role than normal, but he's done a nice job as this team's playmaker here today.
And all of it's worked for the most part. I mean, he might not be known as a dime dropper, but after this game, he will be.
Warriors ahead. They lead by 1. As we get going here in the fourth, let's send it over to Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark.
Hey guys, well it was the stretch by the Warriors that garners the Sprite Spark today. They look like an entirely different team on the defensive end following halftime. When they came out of the locker room with a new level of intensity, that is how they got control and jumped out in front in this one.
Thank you, Doris. They made a statement with that big run, Clark.
They sure did. I mean, actually, this team has what I like to call spurtability.
Clark, that's becoming one of our trademarks right there.
Without question.
All over.
One of the great basketball words out there.
And Clark, I think the defense was sort of shell-shocked by that spurtability. They were reeling.
AC Law is out there with Rush. Then it's Terrell Wright. And it's Beadrinch. And it's Thornton in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors 5. It's Terry outside. Another 3 for Dallas.
What a game. This is really fun to watch.
And when games are tight like this, I mean, success or failure can really turn on small details and 1 or 2 plays.
Rush gets the bucket. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
And that one's good.
Boy, this is scary. You get a score rolling like this, you're in some trouble.
Yeah, you can't leave a guy like that on an island. I mean, you got to bring some help.
Shot from the top of the key. Again, Golden State.
Both of these teams have really stepped it up offensively.
You know what, Steve? They haven't missed a chance, and I think both teams really know what's at stake on every possession here.
Shot's good from West.
Yeah, you can tell they're getting frustrated defensively out here. All these three-pointers falling.
Yeah, Steve, they're ready to throw their hands up. You can see it. The frustration is very visible. I mean, when you spread the floor and shoot the three the way they've done here in the second half, it's really hard to defend.
Timeout called the Warriors.
When you think of Dallas, and you don't really think about a pounded inside team. I mean, and there's good reason for that. Despite their size, they were in the top 5 last year in the number of three-pointers taken.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. David Lee's checked in for Beatrice. Thompson comes in for Darrell Wright. Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. And Steph Curry is subbed in for AC Long. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. Mark Jackson had some words for his team over that break. He wasn't pleased at all with their perimeter defense, saying, listen, all the wide open threes they're getting are killing us. We need to have a lot more defensive activity away from the basket, guys.
Thanks, Doris.
You know, guys, he's always looking for that open three. I mean, that's his strength, and sometimes the best time to get the three is in transition.
Clark, going back to Dallas, you're right on the money again. It helps when pretty much everyone on the floor can shoot the three ball at any given time.
Makes it hard to guard.
It does.
It sure does, because now you've got the defense spread out, and you've got them on the run, you've got them on a string. It's exactly how Dallas won those games last year. Stretch you out and shoot it.
The defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
Launches it. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist from David Lee. Lee's got 4 assists now tonight.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Back to West. Kicks it to Nowitzki. Terry outside. Odom covered by Lee. Clock at 6. Nowitzki for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, these threes are picking them apart. I mean, 4 out of the last 5 shots against them, all uncontested, and all are threes.
Yeah, the defense just looks uninterested right now. I mean, they're not making the effort to challenge these shots.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Darrell Wright's checked in for Golden State. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Dallas. Kidd comes in for Delonte West. Here's Curry. He dishes it to Ellis. It's stolen by Odom.
Well, in the second half, we've seen them get caught napping. Well, maybe the play of the game right there.
An alley-oop slam is always going to be at the top of the list there, Clark.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's one of my favorite plays in basketball, guys.
Here's Curry. He goes up. Sean Marion grabs the miss. Mavericks leading by 6. Picked up by Ellis. Ellis against Marion. Odom kicks to Nowitzki. Carter, 5 to shoot. Over right. And Vince Carter again. Carter's got 4 this quarter.
He's been so solid. You've got to keep him out there on the floor, really doing a nice job for the offense.
There's 1:17 left in the fourth. Marion against Thompson. Looking to end the run. And he shoots to the basket and wins it in.
He's so graceful around the rim. Sometimes you forget how strong he is.
Dallas calls timeout. They're winning by 6. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kidd. Nowitzki outside. And he converts the layup. Nowitzki's got 15 points here in the second half.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Releases. Banks it home.
You just can't let him get that close to the hoop.
And so here is Dallas. 6-point game. And here is Kidd. And Curry picks him up defensively. Left side Kidd. Shoots over Curry. And another basket for Dallas.
Just cruising to the finish line.
Yeah, and barring something catastrophic happening, it looks like they'll go home with a nice victory here.
Once against Carter. 18 feet away, and there's Stephen Curry, and an assist from Monte Ellis.
That time he found the gap in the defense to turn that one into a very easy jump shot, a warm-up jump shot.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Lee with the steal.
That was a very dangerous pass, and the defense was all over.
2 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Thompson backing down. Sean Marion covering. Thompson. And now they trail by just 4.
Seems like that finger roll just comes naturally to him. Great touch. Looks like this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we can take it out of the oven. This game is cooked.
A 4-point play that stretches their lead to 8. Timeout call the Warriors. They trail by 8. 9 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Pretty much been put out of reach, but they're not giving up.
You know what? I'm not sure. I think at some point you've got to concede and save your energy.
Here's Wright. On the top of the key, and there's Stephen Curry, and the assist for Monte Ellis.
Boy, this is a shooting exhibition, guys. I mean, he's not wasting any of his chance.
Another bucket. Just pulling away here now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They're sprinting to the finish line.
Can't get it to fall. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Hero, Doris, this is Kevin Arnold. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Dirk Nowitzki.